Welcome back once again, everyone. Marvel's Phase 4 going into Phase 5 continues to be a disaster. There continues to be constant nonsense. I mean, if you just look at what they're putting out with these Disney Plus shows that literally people are getting sick of, it's really bad. And the movies are not any better. The movie that they've put out for Marvel Phase 4, and Spider-Man No Way Home is the exception, but that's mostly Sony. Everything else Marvel has been a complete and utter disaster. Thor Love and Thunder was horrible. Doctor Strange was basically, nobody could stop Wanda. That was pretty much it. But before the pandemic, Marvel made waves when they came out and reported that they were going to be doing a Blade movie. The first time Blade was going to be entering into the so-called Marvel MCU. That's what they did. After they made that announcement, there hasn't been much information about it, but now we're getting some information, and it's not good. It was an article from the Direct. Forgive me if I mess up the man's name. I have terrible with names. Mahershala Ali reportedly very frustrated over MCU Blade production. I'm not surprised at all by this. Before the pandemic, Marvel Studios made waves at San Diego Comic-Con with the announcement that the MCU would bring a reboot of Blade, with Mahershala Ali taking on the starring role of Eric Brooks. That's Blade's real name, for anybody who doesn't know. This would be the first Blade movie since Wesley Snipes' trilogy ended in 2004, bringing the titular vampire hunter into the same universe as the Avengers for the first time. But since that time, Marvel has been slow to make much progress on Blade. It just only got its release date set for November 2023 at this year's San Diego Comic-Con. And to make things worse, the studio is now in search of a new director after a shocking announcement hit the news streams. Yeah, apparently, the former director, Bassam Tariq, reportedly left only a few weeks before Blade was meant to begin shooting. He and all get fed up, leaving the MCU in a tough hole until a new leading crew member steps up to the plate. And according to a recent report, that has left Ali less than enthused as he works hard to play the biggest Marvel role of his career. According to the Anchor's Jeff Snyder, Blade star Mahershala Ali is frustrated with the lack of progress being made on his solo MCU movie. Can't blame him. Along with news hinting that Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige is being spread too thin. The same tweet indicated that Ali isn't happy with the status of production on Blade. I'm told that the current Blade script is roughly 90 pages and features exactly 2 lackluster action sequences. What else was I expecting from Marvel at this point? I don't know. Mahershala said to be very frustrated with the process. Feige said to be spread too thin. But hey, that's just what sources are telling me. Don't shoot the messenger. That's what they said. The Hollywood Reporter also shared some additional insight into the troubles plaguing the MCU's first fully supernatural outing. The start of production has shifted at least once and has undergone several rewrites, with X-Men 97 and Moon Knight Bo DiMaggio currently helping to write the script. Well, oh God, that I'm not going to tell you it's going to be bad, because X-Men 97 was set to be the reboot for the classic X-Men series, and then they came out talking and saying, well, how do you know it was going to be inclusive and diverse, when we're going to tackle modern day issues, which pretty much translate to it's going to be woke, it's going to be woke, it's going to be woke, it's going to be woke garbage. That's what it pretty much translates to. Additionally, the studio is already looking for a new director following Bassam Tariq's exit. Even though it was pushed into Phase 5, there's still a great deal of excitement to see the vampire hunter Blade finally enter a world where he's not the only superpowered hero, and with teasers already being laid out of the presence of vampires within the MCU, hearing about Ali's frustration with the production is a disappointing piece of news to swallow. Ali has often shown how passionate he is about bringing Blade into the story, the right way, teasing the scary side of what his powerful character would add to the expanding MCU narrative. He's even gotten to give fans his first taste of his portrayal thanks to a line of dialogue in Eternal's second post-credit scene, which only wrapped up the anticipation even further for his on-screen debut. Now, let me just say, there's still not too more thing to go on, but that's not really what we're going to talk about this right now at this point in time. Let me just cover a few things here. Now, in this tweet here, it says that I'm told that the current Blade script is roughly 90 pages. Now, typically, when it comes to a script, 1 page is equivalent to 1 minute. So this might most likely looking to be 90 minutes. That's pretty okay runtime. Could have been a little more, just to be honest, but But the fact that you have 90 minutes and there's only 2 lackluster action sequences is even more troubling. Wesley Snipes playing Blade in the first Blade movie and the second Blade movie. The third one was total rubbish, but but 1 and 2 were really good. Was a phenomenal moment. Anybody who doubts that that Wesley Snipes playing Blade was actually probably the moment that really got the whole idea of any possibility of the MCU ever existing. Would be crazy, because that is what really kind of started, if you think about it. Because around those times, I know the other Marvel was in trouble, they were having difficulty, but then they brought out that movie and it was really good. The scene where Blade in the nightclub, where he just shows up, it's still one of the most badass entrances ever. The action scenes in that first movie, in that second one, was literally mind-blowing. And you're telling me, years later, because it's since whenever he last time Wesley Snipes played Blade was in 2004, right? This 2004 to now, where you have more money, you have more technology advance-wise, and you're telling me that the actual leak that's coming out is that there's only 2 lackluster action sequences in 90 minutes of a movie like Blade. The whole thing about Kevin Feige being spread too thin, because Kevin Feige, because Marvel's putting out too much. Before you used to get probably 1 or 2 movies a year, maybe 1 or 2 TV series like that, just to be honest, it's like, okay. Now you have multiple movies coming out in 1 year, multiple TV series coming out in 1 year, and they're not good. They're not good. They're turning fans off. But when you have a character like Blade, after Wesley Snipes and his portrayal of Blade in the first and second movie, okay, we said the third because it was a trilogy, but still, when you have his portrayal of that's set up exactly how people want to see this character, and you're telling me that you're going to have that you have a script with 90 minutes of a movie, and you're only getting 2 lackluster scenes. So what the hell is there? A whole bunch of talking and maybe Blade goes around hugging the vampires or something like that? Come on! This is why fans are being turned off, because you all are not putting out the quality that people want to see. Great stories, excellent action scenes, badass fight scenes, and you're set. Blade opened the door and said to everybody, listen, this is what you're going to expect, and people enjoyed Blade movies. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the first one, I enjoyed the second one. The third one, no, but I enjoyed the first and 2. The first and second one. I enjoyed the first and second one. You're telling me at this stage, you only have 90 minutes of a movie and only 2 lackluster actors? Of course, he would be frustrated. Anybody would. You're clearly saying that you don't know what the hell you're doing. But This is what we're getting. This is the MCU, where they just put out any kind of garbage and they expect you to go and pay money to see it. That's it. This is why people are fans are just walking away constantly from the MCU. Don't be surprised if I come back a little later on and tell you even more news about this, like maybe it cancels something like that, because apparently War Machine Armor Wars is no longer going to be a TV show. They're going to make it into a movie. I have absolutely no interest whatsoever in seeing any kind of Armor Wars without Iron Man. None. You have not built up War Machine to be good enough of an actual interest for me to actually want to go and see that. I might stream it later on, probably, if I feel like it, but honestly, I have no interest whatsoever of paying money to go and watch War Machine in Armor Wars. None. And this is what you're getting also here with Blade. You had a slam dunk with Blade. You had an actual blueprint of exactly what needed to be done, and you didn't do it. This is the MCU for you. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell, be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.